Good day. Today in our coordinate geometry class, we want to consider the internal and external division of a line. Now let's explain this now. Let's say we have a line bounded by the y-axis and the x-axis. And this is the line. Let's say this line AB, having a coordinate here x, s1, y1. And having a coordinate here, and this is the point B, having a coordinate of x2, y2. So this is line AB. And let's say there's a point C that divides this line AB into a certain ratio R. And let's say this point C that divides this line AB into the ratio R has coordinate of x, y. Now, all I want to do here is to get the coordinate of that point C that divide the line into a certain ratio. Now, understand that if that happens, it will divide the x into that same ratio and divide the y into that same ratio. Now, let's go now. This point traced along the x-axis is called x1, and traced along the y-axis is called y1. And this point traced along the x-axis is called x2, and this point traced along the y-axis is called y2. Now, this point where I need is coordinate that divide the line AB into a certain ratio R. If you trace along the x-axis, you have x. And when you trace along the y-axis, we have y. Now, distance from here to here is simply x minus x1. And distance from here to here is x2 minus x. And then distance along the y from here to here is y minus y1. That's from here to here, which is same as here to here. And then from here to here is y2 minus y. Now, we can say that the ratio of AC to BC, AC to BC or CB, whatever how you want to put it, is given as R. And so we can say that along the x-axis, that's for the x, along the x-axis, we can say that x minus x1, that's distance from here to here, divided by distance from here to here, which is x2 minus x, is simply equal to R, which is the ratio of this to this is R, that division, which C divide the line AB. Now we can say on cross multiplying now, this will give us x minus x1 being equal to R into x2 minus x. And this will give us x minus x1 being equal to rx2 minus rx. Now bringing this rx here, already there's an x here before, plus the rx is equal to rx2. I'm bringing this x1 here, that plus x1. And so what's common here is just x. X being factorized will give us 1 plus r being equal to rx2 plus x1. Now dividing both sides by 1 plus r and dividing here by 1 plus r will then give us that x, the coordinate I'm looking for, which is coordinate of C that divide this line to a given ratio, is simply rx2 plus x1 over 1 plus r. And that's what we have. And if you start this for the y, same ratio of this to this, obviously that will give us y minus y1 over y2 minus y is equal to r. If you solve this also, just like I did here, you will get that y is equal to ry2 plus y1 over 1 plus r. So that's that for this. Example 1 on internal division. The point C divides internally the line AB where the coordinate of A and B are 3,2 and 4,1 respectively in the ratio of 3:2. Find the coordinate of C. So here we're looking at for the coordinates of C that divides the line AB internally. Well, we are given the ratio in that question as 3/2, 3:2. Then next, our point A is 3,2 and our point B is 4,1. That tells me that x1 is 3 and y1 is 2, and that x2 is 4 and y2 is 1. So I can say that x is equal to r x2 plus x1 over 1 plus r. That's the formula here. That's why I have not cleaned it. Now our r is 3 over 2 into our s2, which is 4, plus s1, which is 3, over 1 plus 3 over 2. And so this will give us 2 here 1, 2 in 4. That's 2. 3 times 2, that's 6, plus 3 over, this is 1 over 1 plus 3 over 2. This is 9 over SCM is 2. 1 in 2, 2 times 1, that's 2. Plus 2 in 2, 1 times 3, that's 3. So this will give us 9 over 5 over 2. These 2 will just come up to give us 9 times 2 over 5. And that's 18 over 5. That's the coordinate of our x. Now let's get the coordinates of our y. Now simply y is equal to ry2 plus y1 over 1 plus r. That will give us 3 over 2 times 1 plus, because that's my y2, y2 is 1, plus y1, which is 2, over 1 plus 3 over 2 as well. So this will give us 3 over 2 times 1, that is 3 over 2, plus 2 over 1, all over 1 over 1 plus 3 over 2. Right here, taking SCM for the numerator, we have 2. SCM of 2 and 1, there's 2. 2 in 2, 1 times 3, that's 3. Plus 2 in 1, 1 in 2, 2 times 2, that's 4. All over SCM again is 2. 1 in 2, 2 times 1, that's 2. Plus 2 in 2, 1 times 3, that's 3. Eventually, this 2, we cancel this 2. So here we would have the coordinate of our y to be 7. 3 plus 4, that's 7. All over 2 plus 5, that's 2 plus 3, that's 5. So we can now therefore say that the coordinates of C that divide it into given ratio is given as C is given as the x of it is 18 over 5, while the y of it is given as 7 over 5. And so that's all for this question. The point A, divide the line joining P and Q internally in the ratio 5:4. Find the coordinate of A. So A is that point that divides line PQ into the ratio 5:4. And so here, to solve this question, we're giving our ratio as 5:4, which is 5 over 4. And then the coordinate of P, which happens to give us our x1 and y1. x1 is 3 and y1 is -2. And the coordinate of Q, which happens to give us our x2 and y2. x2 is 7 and y2 is 9. Now, to solve this question, we can say that to get the coordinate of x, we're going to say this is equal to r x2 plus x1 over 1 plus r. That will simply give us our r is 5 over 4 multiplied by our x2, and the x2 is 7, then plus x1, that is 3, all over 1 plus 5 over 4. So this will give us 5 times 7, that's 35 over 4, plus 3 over 1, all over, this is 1 over 1 plus 5 over 4. Working on this, our SCM here is 4 for the numerator, and 4 in 4 is 1 times 35, that's 35, plus 1 in 4, that's 4 times 3, that's 12, all over SCM here is 4. 1 in 4 is 1 times, 1 in 4 is 4 times 1, that's 4, plus 4 in 4, that's 1 times 5, that's 5. This 4 eliminates this 4, so we can now say our x is equal to 35 plus 12, that's 37, all over 4 plus 5, that's 9. This is the coordinate of x. Now to get the coordinate of y will be given as r y2 plus y1 over 1 plus r. And our r is 5 over 4. This time around, our y2 is giving us 9 plus our y1 is giving us minus 2 all over 1 plus 5 over 4. So this will give us 5 times 9, that's 45 over 4 minus 2 over 1 all over 1 over 1 plus 5 over 4. And then we get our SCM here is 4. 4 in 4, 1 times 45, that's 45. Minus 1 in 4, that's 4 times 2, that's 8. All over here we would have SCM 4. 1 in 4, 4 times 1, that's 4. Plus 5. 4 eliminates 4. So our y will simply give us 45 minus 8, that's 37. All over 4 plus 4, that's 9. So we can say that the coordinates of A is our x, which is 37 over 9, comma, and our y, which is 37 over 9, likewise. So this is 47, a mistake. So this is 47 over 9. So that's that for this question. External division. Now let's say we have a line bounded by the y-axis and the x-axis. And this line y and x. This line is line AB, such that this point is called point A, having coordinate x1, comma y1, and point B having coordinate x2, comma y2. Now let's say I have a point which is external C that divides this line AB externally, meaning that I'm saying AC divided by BC. The point C I'm referencing to now this time around is external, unlike the internal division where the C is inside the line. And so how do we get the coordinate of x, comma y, which is the coordinate of the point C? Well, quite easy. We know that this point here it should be x1. That's if you're chasing this point A along the x-axis and chasing along the y-axis, we have y1. If you chase this point along the x-axis, we have x2. And chasing along the y-axis, we have y2. Now, if this is chased along the x-axis again, we have x. And tracing here along the y, we have y. Now, what I'm looking for is the coordinate of C that divides this line to a given ratio R, which is, I'm doing AC over BC. Now, take note now, AC along the x-axis, that's the distance that runs through from here to here. And that will simply be x minus x1 because AC, x minus x1. Ratio to distance that runs from here to here. That's BC. And the coordinate here is x. Coordinate here is x2. X minus x2. Because this is x2, choose along the x-axis. So I'm looking for, along the x, I'm looking for R, which is simply x minus x1 divided by x minus x2. Here we can cross multiply, and that will give us x minus x1 being equal to R into x minus x2. And so this will give us x minus x1 being equal to Rx minus Rx2. And so from here, I could take this to this side and bring this to this side. That will give me Rx2 minus x1 is equal to, I'm bringing this x here. That will be Rx plus or minus x. Now, what is common here? That is x. X goes out to give us R minus 1. And this will give us Rx2 minus x1. And right here, dividing here by R minus 1. and dividing here by r minus 1. This eliminates this. You now get our x is equal to rx2 minus x1 all over r minus 1. That's how we do this. In the same way too, if you do for your r, for your y, saying that the distance for AC along the y is y minus y1, and that's from here to here, y minus y1, ratio to the distance from B to C, just here alone. This is y minus y1 from here to here, y minus y1 from here to here. And y from B to C is just giving us y minus, point here is y2. So if you do that as y minus y1 over y minus y2, we get also that y is equal to ry2 minus y1 over r minus 1. So this is the formula. Let's take example on this. Example 3, r divides externally. Take note, this is an external division question now. The line PQ, where the coordinates of P and Q are 5,2 and 3,7 respectively in the ratio 4:3. Find the coordinate of r. So I'm going to say my r in this case is 4/3. And then our x1 is given as, this is your x1, y1, 5. Our y1 is given as 2. Our x2, y2 is given as 3. And our y2 is given as 7. So using our formula, and that's the reason why I did not erase it, we'll get that our x, the coordinate of r, one of the coordinates of r is given as rx2 minus x1 over r minus 1. So our r, let's do that here. Our r is given as 4/3 times our x2, which is given as 3, minus our x1, which is given as 5, all over r 4/3 minus 1. Here 3 eliminates 3, so I have 4 minus 5 left as the numerator, and here 4/3 minus 1/1. This is 1 minus 1, sorry, all over. This will give us 3. 3 in 3, 1 times 4, that's 4. Minus 1 in 3, 3 times 1, that's 3. So we have minus 1 over 1/3. This 3 moves up, and that will give us minus 3/1, which is minus 3. So this 3 goes up, it will become minus 1 times 3/1. So let's get the y. The y will simply be ry2 minus y1 over r minus 1. Again, the r is 4/3. This time around, our y2 is 7 minus y1, that's 2, all over our r 4/3 minus 1. This will give us that 4 times 7, 28, 28/3 minus 2/1, all over 4/3 minus 1/1. And here, taking the LCM of the numerator, that's 3. 3 in 3, 1 times 28, that's 28. Minus 1 in 3, 3 times 2, that's 6. Divided by LCM here 2 is 3. 3 in 3, 1 times 4, that's 4. Minus 1 in 3, that's 3 times this, that's 3. This will give us, this 3 eliminates this 3. So this will give us 28 minus 6, that's 22, all over 1. And our y is simply 1. So we can say the coordinates of the r that divide this into the ratio 4:3, the line PQ into ratio 4:3, is simply the x, which is minus 3, and the y, which is simply 1. That's that for this question.